Alright, let's dive into something that's got me pretty hyped for the upcoming college football season. We're talking about Nebraska, a team that's been flying under the radar for a while now, but I think 2026 could be their year to make some serious noise. And it all comes down to three players, three fourth-year guys who I believe are on the cusp of breaking out in a big way. Personally, I think these players could be the difference between a good season and a great one for the Huskers. So, let's break it down. First up, we've got Cam Lenhardt, the edge rusher from Staten Island. Now, what makes this really interesting is that Lenhardt isn't exactly a new name. He burst onto the scene as a freshman, earning All-American honors, but since then, his production hasn't quite matched the hype. In my opinion, that's about to change. Nebraska's shift to a four-down defensive front is huge for Lenhardt. It's a position he thrived in during his high school days at IMG Academy, and I think it's going to unlock his full potential. If you take a step back and think about it, this move could be a game-changer for the Huskers' defense. Lenhardt's size and athleticism are already impressive, but with more snaps and a role that suits his strengths, I wouldn't be surprised if he becomes one of the Big Ten's most disruptive defenders this season. Next, let's talk about Jamir Conn, the defensive back from Missouri. What many people don't realize is that Conn has been stuck behind a stacked secondary for the past few years. It's not that he wasn't good enough, he just didn't have the opportunity to shine. But with several key players moving on to the NFL, 2026 is Conn's time to step into the spotlight. From my perspective, this is a classic case of a talented player finally getting his chance. He's got the experience, having played in 36 games, and his teammates and coaches have been raving about him this offseason. I think he's going to be a breakout star in pass coverage, and Nebraska fans are going to love what they see from him this fall. Lastly, we've got Colandrea, the quarterback. Now, Colandrea is a bit of a wild card here because he's already had a breakout season, just not in the Big Ten. Coming off a Mountain West Offensive Player of the Year award, he's got the stats and the experience, but the question is, can he replicate that success at a higher level? Personally, I think he can. What this really suggests is that Nebraska's offense has the potential to be explosive. Colandrea's got the arm, the mobility, and the leadership skills. If he can mesh well with the revamped offensive line and the returning wide receivers, I think he'll be a top-tier quarterback in the conference. One thing that immediately stands out is the confidence the program has in him. Matt Rule, Dana Holgorsen, they're all in on Colandrea, and that says a lot. But here's the bigger picture. Nebraska is one of the oldest teams in the Big Ten this year, and that experience could be their secret weapon. If these three players, Lenhardt, Conn, and Colandrea, can step up and lead the way, the Huskers could surprise a lot of people. This raises a deeper question, though. Can a team that's been rebuilding for so long finally put it all together? I think they can, but it's going to take more than just talent. It's going to take consistency, leadership, and a bit of luck. A detail I find fascinating is how these three players represent different aspects of the team's potential: Lenhardt on defense, Conn in the secondary, and Colandrea leading the offense. If they all break out as I expect, Nebraska could be a dark horse in the Big Ten this season. So, what do you think? Are these the players who will define Nebraska's 2026 season? Or is there someone else on the roster who could step up? Let me know in the comments below. And if you take a step back and think about it, this season could be the start of something special for the Huskers. Let's see if they can make it happen.